I am 8 years older than my husband. We got married when he was 25 and I was 33. The love was incredible. The age difference did not bother us. My husband was always so brutal, bearded, strong. On the contrary, I am fragile with childish features. They gave birth to a son. The issue of age has never been raised. Maybe it was noticeable to someone that I was older, but no one ever said anything. And now I'm 47. My husband is 39. And not so long ago he said that he was bored with me, that I was old, that I was almost 50, and he wasn't even 40, that we needed to get a divorce. I was shocked. Yes, the husband looks quite young. Well, for his age, and 39 is still young. I'm not going to lie that I look younger. But objectively, I am in good shape. There is no excess weight. My hairstyle is modern, my clothes are too, my makeup is good. I visit a cosmetologist. My skin is in normal condition. It is clear that I am older than my husband, but I am not an old woman. My husband claims that he doesn't have any mistresses. I'm just old, and he's ashamed to be around me. I've been crying non-stop for 2 weeks now. I don't know what to do. I understand intellectually that my husband is a freak, that he probably has a mistress, even though he does not admit that I look good and worthy of love. My mother started working for a family as a nanny when their child was still a year old. Everything was fine until the child almost grew up, and it became obvious that he was waiting for my mother much more than his own, since he saw her many times more in time. Immediately, the nagging began on the basis of jealousy, and my mother left there. I often went on business trips. The apartment was kept clean by a guy. When we broke up, I quit. There was no longer any need to plow for two while he was looking for a good place. I'm lying in bed. Suddenly the doorbell rings, and there's a girl my age, with a calm and confident face. She asked to go to her fiancé's apartment. I laughed hysterically. I said that the living space was mine, and she replied, "Well, yes, I know. Stajopa gave it to you, but my presents are there." He gave me my TV and my bike. My friend asked her to do makeup for the wedding for free, and I gave her some more money, but I wasn't invited to the wedding itself. The friend later justified that the holiday was only for relatives, although her colleagues and friends of her husband were there. I stopped communicating with her. It's unpleasant when a person uses you. I met a guy. We went on a spree, and in the morning he invited me to get married. I'm shocked. He only knows my name. I decided to discourage and said, "Well, look, I rarely cook. There are a lot of cats at home. I won't take your last name." And he calmly nods and agrees to all this. I think he's crazy. And then suddenly it turns out that he is my subscriber, has been watching for a long time, fell in love, and decided to get acquainted. It's a strange situation, but at that time everything in my life was so-so. So I decided, why not? As a result, a week later we signed up, celebrated in the restaurant, just the two of us, over a modest dinner. Since then, 4 years have passed, and, apart from the usual small troubles, we are happy, love and appreciate each other, bought an apartment, got a dog, recently started thinking about children. After the injury, I forgot the last 4 years of my life. Moving, meeting a guy, getting married with him, buying a house. My husband sought me out anew, helped me, introduced me to friends in a new way. When I was overcome with grief, I did not let myself slip. Once, on vacation, I began to go under the water, and at that moment, the events of all the forgotten years flashed before my eyes, in pictures. My husband pulled me out, and I begged in tears to forgive me for forgetting him. Did not give up, my hero. I was at a restaurant with friends and saw an old man eating alone. After a while, a girl came up to him and asked if she could join him. They sat and chatted. When the waiter came, the girl wanted to pay both checks, and he smiled and said that another guest had already paid for it. The coolest moment of my life. Whenever I see that the cashier is having a hard day, I look at the candy at the checkout and ask, I can't decide which ones to buy. Which do you like better? I buy whatever they call it, and then I hand it to them after the purchase, tell them they're doing a great job, and wish them a good day. This is my little good deed. I took an order for food delivery. I go and see a bag moving near the dumpster. I go up and look. There's a dachshund puppy in it. It's winter outside. I picked it up and went to the client. I went up to the floor and told the puppy, wait near the elevator. But it was not there. I unzip the bag. He jumps into it with a run, and the client opens the door just at that moment. The puppy tells him, woof! As a result, the customer took both the pizza and the puppy. As I found out later, the whole family was delighted with him. My dad was an artist. He painted beautiful paintings, was a kind, sensitive person, and a good father. However, when I was 9, he was defeated by cancer. Almost before he died, he gave me a book with sketches and various words, which he sealed with a piece of paper. According to his instructions, I had to open each one on a certain date. My father died, and I did his will for 10 years. These pages helped me in many situations in my life, gave me good advice, and very often described the situation that was happening in my life. And so, I'm 20, I'm pregnant. The child's father left, was kicked out of work. I was thinking about whether to leave the child. On the right day, I opened another page, where I was drawn happy in an embrace with a doctor and a small bundle. And now, for 5 years, I have been a happy mother and the wife of a gorgeous doctor who saved me from death during childbirth. Now I sincerely believe in fate, and thank you, Dad. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new episodes. Share your stories and impressions in the comments, and maybe your story will become a masterpiece in one of our upcoming videos. Let's dive into the world of slimes and stories together.